Alright guys, welcome back, and it's Thursday. The week is going pretty quick, to be honest. And other thing that is going pretty quick as well is euro dollar going up. I was just starting the video and then I was looking at my phone through the comments, because this is what usually I do, I'll go to the comments and see what you guys talking about. And then someone asked the question is, how far can the euro dollar continue to go up, right? My answer for this question is, my model, my Forex forward projections says that euro dollar can go up to 107. But I feel that euro dollar could, it is sort of balanced at the 106 to 106.3, 106 to 163 basically. Yeah, that's correct. So I think that range may be going for a while now, okay? For a while until we get the CPI release. All right, so that's my answer. I guess we can go to the 107 most probably, and then continue to go to the 105, 104. That's my targets. All right, so if you don't know me, my name is Lucas Santos. I'm the technical market analyst here at ACY Securities. Please subscribe to our channel. All right, it helps us a lot. As well, give us a thumbs up. It's not gonna hurt you if you give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends, or maybe like one of our viewers do, he shares our videos on his group, analysis group, if I'm not wrong. So then it can reach more people, it can spread good content for them. All right, today it's gonna be a very interesting video and a bit longer than what usually we do. Why is that? Because I have 10 pages full of minutes of the Fed, the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee. That was in September 19 to September 20. So this is completely free, out of $0 public information that most people don't care about, all right? And this is gold for traders. Why is that? Because this is where all of, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but this is 2 pages of names of members participating into the FOMC meeting, right? So this is very helpful and help us to guide, to give us a guide where the dollar will be going, right? We have these not only for the dollar, we have as well for the ECB, that's the European Central Bank. We have for the BOE, the Bank of England, for the BOC, for the Bank of Canada. So today we're going to be discussing what they have discussed on the FOMC. Well, I'm not going to read everyone because it's too many people, so just jump on those 2 pages and I'm going right into what we actually need to know. So then you don't have to read all the 10 pages. Okay, so there's a part where they say the staff review of the economic situation, right? They say that the consumer price inflation was too elevated at September 19 when they've made this meeting, and that the consumer price inflation remained elevated but continued to show signs of slowing. So what they mean is, it's basically they are seeing the inflation elevated, right? Inflation is above the target range, above the 0 to 2%, okay? What does that mean is that they need to control inflation, and they recognize that they need to bring inflation to 2% as soon as possible. And then they say that it will continue for a longer period of time, not too long, but will continue for a period, continue to show signs of elevated inflation, right? So we're going to have the CPI tonight at 11:30 on Sydney time, Australia. and they're expecting 0.3. Okay, the consensus is expecting 0.3 month-over-month inflation. My honest opinion is that we're going to see sort of on those lines. It's hard to come here, you know, as so bullish I am on the US dollar and tell you guys that one of the biggest news on the market that can influence the US dollar will be as expected or a bit above. We had the PPI last night, Wednesday, at 11:30 as well on Sydney time, and we had an increase on the PPI, so that turns to be positive on the US dollar. But if we have a look on the US dollar index, it actually didn't apply much. Well, it applied volatility, but it didn't apply a trajectory to the market that would be positive for the US dollar. And this is leading the euro dollar up. Again, it's the same rhetoric that I was having a few months ago. The euro dollar up move, it's not concrete. It's just not able to keep it up for longer, you know, because euro has nothing good happening over there. Has nothing good happening. Inflation is slowing down. Economic projection growth is going down. So what is basically happening is the euro is getting this strength from the weakness of the US dollar. I remember I've came here a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and I've stated the euro dollar is going up because of the weakness on the dollar side, not because the euro is strong. It's far, far away for the Europe to be stronger than US, okay? So again, my projections for CPI is that it comes as expected or tiny bit elevated, okay? What else they have here? Okay, regarding the economic outlook, I'm just reading exactly what they stating, okay? Regarding the economic outlook, participants assessed that the real GDP had been expanding at a solid pace and had been more resilient than expected. So the gross domestic product have been more resilient than expected from them. So that it's good. This is good for the economy. This is good for the US dollar. It attracts investors because the economy is growing. Nevertheless, participants also noted that they expect that the real GDP growth would slow in the near term. Okay. Participants stressed that the current inflation remained unacceptably high, that I've mentioned already, while acknowledging that it had moderated somewhat over the past year. Well, it did indeed. We came from 0.7 to 0.3. We came from all the way from 5 to 3, right? Year over year. So it is actually coming slowly down, but it's still unacceptably high. As they mentioned, they need more work to do. So why are we reading all of those papers? Because I want to know, I want to analyze all of what they're saying so we can understand what they will do next month. You know how serious we are right now in the end of the year? This is the most crucial point for the US dollar, I would say, at the moment. And not only for the US dollar, not only for the US, as well for Europe, as well for Canada, as well for UK, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, all the countries. Because if, you know, I'm going to go through it later on, but if the US hikes, then the dollar is king back. If the US pause, then it's just going to continue normal. But for sure, and they've mentioned it, that they won't cut the rates. They won't cut the rates. And even, where is this now? Let me find it out. They also agreed that they would continue to assess additional information and its implication for monetary policy. That means that they will agree in assessing the appropriate instance of monetary policy. They would continue to monitor the implications of incoming information for the economic outlook. So then they can take further steps on the rates, including readings on labor market conditions that came very, very hot last week, 336,000 plus 227,000 adjusted from the past 2 months. Inflation pressures and inflation expectations. All right, so they will be looking at the CPI tonight as well, and financial and international developments. Okay, so this is what basically they are looking to take this step on what they will be looking to do on November. In my honest opinion, it's hard again to come and say, but I think they will pause again. And if we look at the CMA tool, majority of the market, 85 or 83% of the market is expecting a pause again from the Fed, unless we see a very high inflation printing tonight. If we see a higher than expected, then we can see US dollar raising again. We can see the 10 and the 2 years yield rising again as well, and euro dollar coming back to the 105. Okay. And just to finish, they stated that they will continue to maintain the appropriate of monetary policy, and will continue to monitor the implications of income information that I've already mentioned, and that there will be a higher for longer. So what that means is they won't be cutting rates. They won't be cutting rates. It's out of subject. They won't cut the rates. That's either two choices: or they keep pausing, or they raise the rates. Okay? In my honest opinion, I think they will pause again, unless we see a very high printing number tonight on the inflation. Okay? And then we could see the US dollar index going up again, the euro dollar going down, USD JPY going up back again. All right, guys. So for me, it's all. I'm gonna ask Dave. I'm gonna send the link for him to put this. I would say document. It's not actually a document, but it's just the FOMC minutes, so you guys can go and read it by yourself if you want, of course. But there's so many things that they repeat that I already talked to you guys. All right. So if you have any questions regarding any trade, any positions you have, just comment down below. And please, again, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends. Maybe he doesn't know what's happening around the US dollar. Now he will know. All right, guys, I see you in the next video.